Hey guys, welcome to Nighttime Light Talk. We are today getting the final results from Nevada, where Bernie Sanders was expected as a winner, but it is a partial win. There is still a lot of chances. Remember, Democrats negotiate everything. Bernie Sanders is not giving up. In fact, President Trump sent him a tweet, sent a tweet, public tweet to his followers, congratulating Bernie Sanders and telling him, don't let Democrats take away him, like happens with, you know what? In 2016, Hillary Clinton obviously become the real candidate after a negotiation. But Bernie Sanders, on this second victory in Nevada, receives a huge sponsorship from the comedian Dick Van Dyke, very famous in the 1950s and 60s. In the meantime, Michael Bloomberg received support from somebody that was supporting Republicans and talking with an empty chair in one of the events for the Republican Party. Yeah, Clint Eastwood is supporting Mike Bloomberg. A good thing, a bad thing, nobody knows. The fact is, the coin is on the air. Nobody knows exactly how he's going to figure out everything on this political plot. But something that people is talking about also is that the mayor, because he was on the army, Pete Buttigieg, mayor in one city in Colorado, he says that nobody can afford 4 more years of toxic politics from Donald Trump or from Bernie Sanders. And he is declaring himself the official candidate. But the problem, and not the problem, but many people is beginning to question why he kissed on the mouth his husband before every political event. And political propaganda is endless for only one candidate, Michael Bloomberg. Michael Bloomberg is advertising in every single broadcast in America, open TV and cable. Well, $450 million, and rumors that the after Super Tuesday he stay as candidate, he's planning to put another $500 million to fight very hard against Donald Trump. But a dispute between rich people changed everything on the political scenario. Why? Because rich people like to buy and deal with everything. Meanwhile, if Bernie Sanders resolved the official candidate, even he is pro-socialist, even he's a big fan of the communism, you know, it could be a good dispute because it's not a political campaign, it's a dispute for the presidency of the United States, and it's going to be a circus remembering the Cold War. All the facts of the communism and socialist countries show failure. You have Cuba, a failure. You have Venezuela, the recent political system that become socialist, complete failure. They don't have money to feed the country, to feed the people. People is escaping to Colombia, to Mexico, to United States. Pray for the Venezuelans. And the Venezuelans, Americans, are sponsoring Donald Trump because he and his vice president, Kemp, sorry, the vice president last name. I say the last name of the Georgia governor because I have an interview with somebody recently. I'm preparing for this cast. Pence, the vice president Pence also is supporting the democracy and taking Guaido on the worldwide scenario for recognition as a politician. But this is the time to stay together where we have to find the logic of every event. Not because somebody offers us healthcare, free healthcare for everybody, without a platform, without a plan. Remember, free healthcare is coming from our pockets. They are going to take more taxes. They are going to break the rich companies because they like to take all the revenue to sponsor politics with free healthcare and with free education for everyone. And that is not good for a capitalist system like the United States of America. Only the New Yorker, Ocasio-Cortez, sponsor that idea. But Americans love capitalism. Americans love this country. And it's hard to accept because this is a selfish attitude. Okay, you make me president, I take your money and pay you for everything. Funny. It's something that has no logic. And as I told you, bring me a book of history that shows the success of the socialist and communist governments. So, in the meantime, I don't believe anything about socialism, about capitalism. And Mexican Americans, Latinos in general, Colombian Americans, Venezuelan Americans, Argentinian Americans, all we love the capitalism. And we are very happy living in the United States of America because it is the capital of the capitalism. So nobody is going to accept change to the Cold War. Remember, United States make West Germany back to East Germany and stay together. And remember Mr. Ronald Reagan's words on that speech in Berlin where he says, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall, period. And his advisors scratch on the script of the speech such words because they don't like a problem. But he doesn't care. He said that speech that way, and is one of the most famous speeches in the world of politics. So keep that in mind. Bernie Sanders could be have some success as senator, but after his heart attack, he is going to give a good performance as a candidate because he has a lot of rhetoric. He is very popular. He is the only one that on his campaign has ladies making flashes and showing up the boobies. He is the one who has a lady, Indian American, the dot Indian, no feather, making an intervention without any approval out of the script, supporting Mr. Bernie Sanders. So, Donald Trump is becoming more popular after that failure on the Democratic debate. It's hard to accept, but everybody attacks each other, and Elizabeth Warren takes Mike Bloomberg to the toilet, telling him and asking disclosure all the information about the accusations he has from employees about sexual harassment. Something very serious. Just analyze the body language of Mike Bloomberg. He was very mad. And Elizabeth Warren beside him telling, I'm not talking about Mr. Trump, I'm talking about Michael Bloomberg. Oh, no way, Magay. Everybody laughed on the background because she is revealing secrets of Michael Bloomberg. Because every rich person has a story. But they have money to manage public relations, and that public relations only make a good image about that rich people. But as soon this political scene is becoming more popular, many people could be know more situations about any candidate, because many people believes they were knowing everything about Donald Trump. But Michael Bloomberg, keep in mind, he is a very well-known, recognized businessman. He owns Bloomberg Television, that is a specialized television in financial forecast that basically advise many corporations around the world. And he has an agency that gives business consultants. They are advisors and goes and travel to governments decisions, and they manage companies, worldwide brands and everything. So Mr. Bloomberg has access to a lot of information, and information means power. And that power is what he's using to attack Donald Trump and to attack any candidate and to bid for the White House. Because he has two things not everybody has: a lot of money and the power of decision based in very good information he accesses from all over the world. And he has customers in China, India, Europe, community, Asia, and that means power. That means power. Amy Gorbachev probably is going to say goodbye very soon. As well, the other rich Democrat is sad. And Pete is trying to survive, but no. The ones that are trying to stay are Michael Bloomberg and Bernie Sanders. Biden is dead meat, as you say in America. And I apologize for my broken accent. I'm native Mexican, and some friends told me, Francisco, why not you make a broadcast for the Mexican American community? It's a little bit hard to understand my heavy accent. I recognize that. But I am a proud USA citizen. And I have the right to try, especially after seeing those ladies talking about Bernie Sanders' campaign on television. Many people that has heavy accent, like me, doing opinions on politics, well, why not? Give me the opportunity. And let me tell you, I have my full-time job. And you can Google my name, Francisco M. Duran Rosillo, or Frank Duran Rosillo, and you can find my internet profiles. I make some money from advertisers, very few money. But the revenue from this newscast is a donation I make to the St. Jude Children's Hospital. I don't make the money from this show that is in a lot of platforms, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker Radio, many radio stations of open broadcast take my show, but honestly, the money I get, I use it for the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and I live from my formal full-time job. So please understand, I receive a lot of comments, good and bad as everything, but that feedback only makes me meet every opinion, use for my audience own benefit, and give me a chance. I am trying, I am happy. Alternative to this broadcast, there is a Spanish version of it that you can hear in all the platforms. And I am proud and happy of doing this because I am helping children. So thank you for your time. Lord bless America. And I talk to you Monday night. Thank you and see you then.